everyone. Live session. Thank you so much for coming in today. As promised, I said I'll bring today a special guest. I can't wait to introduce my special guest. So please let me know if you can hear me. Bruce will give them time to tell us if they can hear us. But meanwhile, as you look at the title today, Bruce, you can hear me?
Exactly.
You can hear me? Okay, very good. So I'm hoping that they'll tell us. I'm waiting for their comments to see if they can tell me if they hear me. Yes, Kachi is the first one. Please tell us. Bruce is here. As you can see the title today. He went to Makerere University. He came as a student. Intern. I always say on my page, J1, and people think, this is Janet Rangi. She's always talking of these things. What is she talking about? Today I'm bringing it to reality. Okay? All right. Okay, your sister is here already, Bruce. How cute. That is so sweet. She's here already. Can you hear? Naomi, can you hear John? Okay. All right. It looks like they are hearing me. They don't complain like we can't hear you. Yeah, Cairo is locked in from Doha. Yes. Yes, Susie, thank you so much. I love Susie. Susie's like, Janet, we can hear you. Thank you so much, my followers, for coming in. Bruce, welcome to the program today.
All right. Thank you, Janet, for this opportunity. I'm really humbled to be here with everyone live now and people coming in sometime. I want to give a soft briefing of what I am, where I come from, and what I'm doing right here. Bruce, I've been friends with Janet since 2018. And I'm here as a student. I was at Makerere University. I was doing an animal science course, and I came as an intern student here. Yeah.
Oh, how nice, Bruce. Thank you so much for following me all that time, So I don't even know how you came across Janet Rangi. How did you come across Janet Rangi? Because many people on the other side were just like you 2 years ago.
Well, Janet Rangi was recommended to me actually through a link by a friend who had already made it in the United States through Janet Rangi. So it was a successive story passed to me through a link. Hey, when I come here, I asked actually my friend, how did you get there? He told me, I sent you a link. Check it out. It was Janet Rangi. First video I watched from her was full of hope. I had to know what it takes, put myself in the right position. The time that I got the link, I wasn't a student, but I learned that if I want to come here as an intern student and a J1 visa, I had to make sure I'm a student. So I went to Makerere, applied for an animal science course. I was given a placement or an admission, and then I had to apply and start schooling by that time. I understood that money could not push me, but my starting point could push me. So I didn't wait to get a lot of money to pay for my tuition, but I just started with what I had. That was me. I was the only resource I had. I had to go start schooling. My program was supposed to take 2 years at school, and then I had to make sure I really sacrificed that time I had to go and understand what required of me if I'm to make another step to the United States. Well, everything moved on well at school. I made sure that I perform well in that the people I'm going to meet in the United States get impressed because of what I'm doing back home, like hard work and good grades and all that. So in that time, between 1.5 years, I made sure I bring out the best of me. And after I had watched Janet Rangi's videos, every time I would watch, actually, within that 1.5 years, I was still following Janet Rangi. See the new stuff she was bringing up, see how embassy, how you decode the embassy, see how you prepare yourself if you want to be a student, see how you prepare yourself if you want to be a visitor, and all that. But me, my most interest, as I got on my stand, I wanted to be an internship student. So what I did, I went to that video. Always Janet used to attach the so-called links. She attached an embassy link. So I knew that the embassy I'm dealing with is not a fraud thing. It's something recommended. When I tapped into it, it gave me something that looked so real. I think you can give a difference from something that is kind of fraud and real. So I saw something that was so real. The interface was nice and everything. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead. I went ahead and I searched for what I want to do. So when I was navigating into the website, I saw that a section of internship and education was already on that page. I had to click on it. And then I had to go in the category I want to go and intern from. They gave me a list of internship organizations with countries that are allowed to participate. So I went ahead. I chose like 4 of the organizations. I had to get their contacts and emails. Surprisingly, I used to even buy airtime to call in the US and make sure after I've sent an email, I even call to make sure my email was received. So sending the 4 to the 4 organizations, 3 of them replied to me, but one was faster than the others. The other ones were still promising. They had accepted me. No, now the process of accepting me came in this way. I had to first go on their website, navigate, see what are the requirements if I want to be. I read student, I was already a student. You have completed 2 semesters, I was already completed 2 semesters. You are below, you in the age bracket of 20 to 30, I was into that bracket. I have experience in the field that is any animal field. I had that experience and had everything on record. I had everything on paperwork. I had everything in practice. I had photos of myself treating animals and all that. So I could back up any requirement that was asked for in the website. So I was like, yeah, I'm set now. So by the time I talked to them, by the time I send in my application, I know that I'm going to get something that is equivalent to what I've been working for. I'm telling you this, I started this project to come to the US in 2018, and then I came in 2019 at the end. You see that patience and that organization I put up myself. So it took me time, but it was worth it. And every time I was taking a step, I saw that my step is leading me to the right path I want. Understand? So, sending to the organizations my application, they accepted it. I remember I sent it around June, and then in probably August, I was given an interview.
Okay.
A Skype interview.
And who is giving you this interview? So
the interview was given to me.
Thank you so much for coming. This is Bruce. Bruce comes all the way from Uganda. We are very happy to have Bruce. Currently, Bruce is in the United States, Washington State. He's telling us the story how he went to Makerere University and how he came to the United States as an intern on exchange programs, and he was able to work. So if you're out there listening, and by the way, Bruce, I've seen one of the comments, someone saying, oh my God, I'm not educated. Can I make it? Yes. We are going to talk about everyone. J1 student has so many categories. There are even people who come to Disneyland. There are people who go to the hotel industries. Just because Bruce was in Makerere University, do not feel like, oh, okay, oh my God, those are smart people. They have to be so smart. Understand the process. Believe in yourself. So that's what we are saying. That's why Bruce is here, to share his story so you can understand. So it looks like Bruce saw a link that I made, and one of the friends had referred him to me, and he followed. He did the work himself. So Bruce, you went to those links, you dug information, you got into contact with those organizations, and you made the application. And then you met all the requirements of students. Remember, if you're listening to Bruce, he was applying as a student intern. J1 has many, many programs. Use Bruce's story to apply to your situation. Every situation is different. So Bruce, you had reached a place where you're telling us now, these people reached out to you and you had qualified for everything, right?
Yes, I had qualified for everything, but I want to talk back to that valid comment I was talked about not being educated.
Okay.
I need them to understand that when I went to the website or whatever the link you sent to us or the embassy, I found a lot of category J1 programs, but me, my interest was getting the one that suits my situation.
Exactly.
You understand?
Good. Yes.
But there is a lot. If the fact is that everyone should just go once to make it the way it is here or the way they want it to be, they look for their category. They're going to find it. These people thought about everything. I was so surprised. So to go ahead, after scheduling an interview with an organization that I was going to go through to come here, they had to set an interview with me. Like, okay, we need to know you the person, or what is your experience? What do you know? What do you know about animal science? I had to tell this everything in details. What does it mean? It means that you should never lie something you not. If I'd lie something I'm not, I would be knocked out. But the fact that I was really doing the animal science course and I was really experiencing what I'm saying, I was answering everything with no kind of stammering. I knew what I was talking about. I had the pictures to show that I've really done this. I had the admissions, the IDs to show that I'm in school. So this gave these people a mind of, yeah, we're dealing with a student and he really has what you want, or what we want from him. So I went ahead, passed the interview, and then I waited. That happened in August. I waited until around September, and they had a fee that you have to pay as a person to get your paperwork shipped. So these are people, you're dealing with legitimate people in a way that they're going to accept you, not send you only papers on the emails to be like print and take the embassy, but they're going to take the step of shipping paperwork from the United States to your address. But when I was making an application school, still, it had a section of you need to see or we need to find out from your lecturers, what do they say about you? I had made a good relationship because I had made sure I work hard at school. So I had made a good relationship with my school lecturers and whatever it needed. So these people, it was very easy for them to recommend me. Understand? Because it's something so vital. Without it, we cannot be passed. So I got this, everything. So my application was fully submitted as with everything they wanted. So after their interview with them, they had to send me paperwork like in September. But I told you I have to pay a fee. But the fact that I had to pay a fee, I didn't start the program or I didn't start the process when I had the money. No. Money should never be our worry in a way that we don't know when to get money. But the fact that if you find yourself doing something, you want to find something is going to open. Understand? So kill the fear of poor, I don't have connections. It doesn't take connection. It just takes your own commitment and your own way of starting. Please choose to start. Don't choose to lament about you not having money, you not having connection, you not having education. A lot of people have made it here with what you think is vital that has not been vital to them, but they're here. So to continue, paperwork was shipped after I sent them a fee that was designed for that. And
how much?
Surprisingly, I received an email. It was around $1,100. $1,100. Or you can call it 1,100. Yeah. So what I did was send the money. They gave me the account. I put there the money. The receipt was there. Everything was so evident. They told me, okay, give us within 3 business days, we shall have your paperwork shipped. And before that, they sent me soft copies to approve me that I've really gotten everything. Reading through, I realized that these people, they have given me a training plan where I'm going to be basing my internship on. I'm going to be training on such and such an plan. I realized they had gotten me a house. I realized they had gotten me a car. I realized everything was set for me. Understand? So on coming here, another thing I need to tell my people back home or wherever they are, driving is a vital thing. You should learn how to drive. Understand? Use any chance you to drive.
Yeah. And so before you came here, tell us your experience at the embassy. So you applied for a J1 visa. These people, the agents, send you the information about J1 visa and the package. So you qualified, and then the school wrote letters, and then they saw that you are actually a student who had completed 2 semesters at Makerere University. You're actually doing animal science. You had some practical in animal science. You had pictures to show animal science, education, animal science. So there's a story developing. And when you are going to the link, you are looking for things that animal science. And then when you show up at the interview, you are showing experience, animal science. So everything is the same. Did you feel paying this agent money? And then tell us shortly, how did you deal with the embassy? Because you can never cross the embassy unless you get that J1 visa.
That was my next step, because after getting my papers shipped, the next thing was to prepare myself for the embassy time.
Okay.
After doing all that, getting the papers, but I was telling you that everything was sent to me on email before it was shipped. So I had a relation of what I'm going to receive, and then everything was confirmed and sent. I received it through school, and the time of going to the embassy was now another. You remember you in most of your videos talk about the big man in the elephant, the big man in the room, the big elephant in the room, something like that.
Yes.
So I had to go meet the big elephant in the room. Right? I was kind of terrified or kind of scared, but I knew that this is going to be something that I have to attempt with all my strength. The fact that I had passed all these steps, I had strong faith that I'm going to go through here. So I got recommendations from the university being written, addressed to the consulate in Uganda. Bring up a good picture that, this is a student who really important, and he has been doing this, and he has gotten an opportunity to intern from the United States and for this period. So they had to recommend me. I had to get another recommendation from my lecturer. So I had like 2 recommendations from school. I had again for the time of filling the DS-160, that's it, the one we fill when we go to the embassy, I had to make sure I put everything right. Questions related to who's going to sponsor you, the fact that I was still a student, I had to use my parents, my mom's statement as my sponsor. Because it wouldn't make sense me to say that I have the money. I'm a student, I have not yet graduated, understand?
Yes.
So I had to make sure that I bring up something that is going to look so responsible. So a parent is responsible of me because I haven't made any money, and I'm being recommended.
And your mother's bank statement was about maybe $3,000, $4,000. Not much. You're just
the statement. I remember, it was around 3,000, 4,000. You understand?
Dollars.
Back home, that's like 12, 13 million something.
In Uganda shillings.
After, then I'm trying to break away this kind of thing that you should never think that having a lot of money on account is going to make you go through. But who is interviewing, on which case, and how ready are you as a person? How ready are you? What's the backup that is backing up all that? So I go to Janet Rangi's YouTube I'm preparing for embassy now. I go to Janet Rangi's YouTube. I watch videos about coding embassy. I watched over and over and over. I understood what I should present. I revised what I should present. I booked the appointment after understanding what I need to do, after understanding the way to answer questions, because that's something so vital. It's going to, you have less, I think I was given this visa in 1 minute and 20 seconds, but it was a 1 minute 20 second time of my life. You understand? So I had to make sure I use it so promptly. I went ahead and attempted the questions. They asked me, what do you do? Straight. My papers, my admission, I also attached it. It was showing science. Okay. Which year are you in? I had to tell them, I'm in this year. Okay, who's sponsoring you? My mother. Okay, how long are you going to take? It was 12 months. And then they had to ask me, okay, do you have plans of coming back? It was so vital because I had not yet graduated.
That is the moment they can give you or deny you the visa. If you haven't
Understand?
prepared. Yes, so they asked you, what is your intention?
Yeah, they tell you what to do. They asked me, why in all countries, why do you want to go to the United States for your training? I told them, US has given me the opportunity to go and practice. And then they asked me, which sector are you going to practice in? I'm like, I'm going to deal with birds. I'm going to deal with animals. Okay. And then he singled out a question in birds, like, okay, have you had any poultry farm or anything? I was like, yeah, and said, how many birds do you have? I told him we have 260 birds. He told me, this is not going to work for you. You're going to, in the US, they deal in millions of birds, and you talk about 260 birds. I was frank and I told him, my major aim is not to look at 100 birds or 1,000 birds or 1,000,000 birds. My aim is to bring out the nice practice, the nice science, the nice nutrition skills, the nice welfare of birds to come and bring it back home, exchange it back home.
And that's it. That is the moment he decided to give you a visa. That is the law.
The time.
Sorry to interrupt you because that touches my heart, because that's what I always sing. That is the point, because the US law tells them you have to have compelling reasons on a temporary visa that you will go home. And they will go using the story of the birds, they will go using everything else, but at that moment, Bruce, that is the moment they decided. In my opinion. And so you are prepared. So even if they throw stones from this way, that way, you know they are working with one law. The law tells them that anyone coming on a temporary visa has the intention of staying in the United States and never going back. So it's up to you to demonstrate. And I'm sure by that time, they typed and told them. And that's all they ask for. People go and cracking their heads. No, be yourself, be truthful. So you told them your major aim is to learn. I come from a small farm with 260 birds. I know I'm going to deal with millions. But the whole I'm going is to get the skill and come back home. I like that story. So thank you so much for sharing that story. So continue, Bruce.
So from that time, trust me, he said, come back on Friday and pick your documents. He made a visa. I was so happy and moved out. I knew that I already nailed it. So,
and that was the third time, sorry again, you had been denied. I didn't know you had denied visas before. Tell us a little bit.
Yeah. So take you back on my time before meeting Janet, I had been denied visa 3 times, but not at the US consulate. I had been denied visas on the Swedish embassy, Norwegian, and then Netherlands embassy. I didn't know what to do. I was not organized. I don't even blame them. No, I blame myself.
Okay.
I wasn't ready. You understand? But how do you think Europe can deny you and then receive you? Understand? So I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. But after watching Janet, after knowing what to do, but a major thing I've kind of left out is I did everything in prayer.
Okay.
I fasted
Amen.
to God because I knew that I was really going to get the thing with only God helping.
Mm-hmm.
I know I was doing the rest, but God was deciding the destiny. Understand? I prayed. I had to seed, understand? With all my faith, knowing that the thing I'm doing is going to take me to the next level. But I had prepared also myself. Understand?
Yeah.
So I balanced all the things and everything was just put on ground the way it was meant to be.
How many dollars
So
do you have in your pocket?
Oh, that's secret, but
Okay, all right. You don't have to share. Okay.
okay,
But you say
yeah.
money is never the problem.
No, it's not. It's not. It will never be now. So the thing is, when you come to the United States, when I landed, everything was real, not something that was just given to me to just make me impressed and do everything with a lot of vigor and all that. Everything was real. The house was there, the car was there. I told you guys you should get driver's licenses. You guys should learn how to drive. Driving here is something that is so normal, something that is a must. You understand? If you don't have to drive, learn. You still have enough time. I told you I prepared for almost 1.5 years to make it here. So you can also do that. Understand? So reaching here, everything was good. And then now this is surprising. When I made it here, I had not talked to Janet at any time, but I was trying to text her on Facebook. She would never reply to my text, but she could sacrifice the time and come live and tell us what to do. You understand? So I followed what she was telling me, and I didn't really get mad at. I'm mad at her for her not texting me back about how I should do things and whatever. What I did when I got here after 2 months, and it was like after a month, I'm like, I have to talk to Janet about the success. So people who have been following, there's when you posted something, and maybe in some videos you've been evident about it. You talked about my name. So I call you the first time, the second time you don't pick, the third time, luckily you pick. So when I came here, I realized, US means busyness. I understand she was busy. Understand? So people out there understand busy, and the time zone is also different. So please understand that. But follow what the content that is being put on the pages. YouTube has a lot of videos, please. If you feel like you've watched all here, dive into YouTube. You have a lot of things to watch. You have a lot of things you need to know.
Yeah.
When I got here, I didn't unfollow Janet. It's surprising. Some people will be like, I've wanted my mission done. Janet, bye. No, I kept with her. When I kept with her, I studied the situation here. I knew where I should take. I knew my next step. But when I was watching Janet, she also talked about things about Canada. I was like, okay, Canada. It tells people, hey, Canada is also good. Canada is also, I was like, okay, that's okay. It's good to know that some places nearby you, they are so good. So I was like, what should I do to also take advantage of the chance? What I did, I had to organize still my paperwork and then apply for a Canadian visa. I asked for 4 days to go there and have some good time down there before COVID. I did this in February. So I had to apply the 4 days and then submitted everything, went for fingerprints. But this is so surprising. I submitted my fingerprints at 9 a.m. in the morning, and by 11 a.m., after 2 hours, the Canadian embassy had already sent me a confirmation. Please send us your passport to put your visa.
Amen.
Can you believe that?
Amen.
Just in 2 hours, my decision was just determined. Because I had already watched Janet, I was now very, very familiar with what I should do. I'm like, hey, if I'm a tourist, I should have my itinerary, I should have my travel plan, I had put everything right. I should have my hotel booking. So I was just doing my revision very well. Like, hey, this. I put everything in place, and I'm like, okay, to go. Submitted everything online. I went for at USCIS. They have the biometric center there. Took my biometrics by 11. I shipped my passport. It came back. Guess what? I was given 7 years.
7 years in
Understand?
Canada. Wow.
I was given 7 years.
You are amazing.
So yeah. So what does it show? It shows that I came here, and then I said, hey, I have another neighbor here. Another neighbor is also good. I went and I took advantage of that. I got the 7 years. Meaning, and as you see the status here, where we are, I'll be going to Canada. I made my mind, and I'm not going to stress about it because Janet was there to stress herself about research, and then I was just there to use the research we use to go ahead and put it in action. You understand? So what does it mean? Don't look at this point or that struggle point you're looking at as your final destination. No. You should always aim at consuming anything that is really good on your table. Understand? You have a lot of chances, you have a lot of time, you have a lot of opportunities if you're still alive, and if you take advantage of them. But if you really relax, you're not going to make it. You stand, you fall. I fell 3 times, you understand? But I didn't give up because I had not reached where I wanted to be. Understand? I kept on going. I kept on going. I have not yet reached. I'm still aiming. That's why I still have Janet on my follow. Understand? That's why I still do her, because I need her. Understand? I need her. Understand? My advice to you is to always aim at achieving what you want. No matter how hard it's going to be, just always be resilient. Go for that. If you go for that, you're going to get that. If it fails, go for it. Understand? These countries are not, but the hardness comes in your preparation. If you're not prepared, you're going to find the more hardships. If you're so prepared, you're going to find the easiness in everything. Understand? Always pray. That can make you pass. Pray to God. Understand? Believe, but after you've made yourself right, don't think that something is going to happen without you putting in those extra efforts.
Yes.
Understand? Everything comes in after you've really, doing something and you feel like, yeah, I'm getting success, but it's worth it. If you haven't reached that point, then you're not going to succeed. Work hard. I went back to school. I spent money in school. I spent money in organizations. Another thing, people always ask about, hey, Janet, can you recommend someone who is a consultant? Can you recommend an organization that can make me this visa? I told you, slide into the website for the embassies in your country wherever you are. Look for that internship. That's if your aim is being intern here. And people have done the courses, and maybe you've done your course and it's 12 months past. You graduated 12 months past. You can as well go apply as a trainee. A trainee is the person who has already gotten done with the course, but they want to go in some field and then seek for internship. Make yourself ready. Understand? A lot of programs you want are on. And as Janet tells you about, prepare about the economy boom that is coming. Things are going to everything going to move on terrible speed. Don't be negativized by that kind of information people give out. The kind of information try to spread like things are hard. Things are hard when you haven't tried. even if it's hard, you find always the easiness in it. Maybe after repeatedly doing it, maybe after knowing that something you've been doing wrong, as I was failing the visas, but I knew how to organize, So I was finding it hard to get a visa because I didn't know what to do, but I was not doing something right. Understand?
Yes. And I like
You should know that.
I like your story because people think and even blessings keep piling up. Your road was not easy by any means. Bruce has not even told you already. You have an admission. We are talking to a potential software engineer. I just have. Bruce, have you gotten admission in Canada?
Yeah, I've already gotten my admission. I want to do software.
Like, what else do you want? Like, what else? And I have to tell you this, Bruce. Bruce is one of those, like, Bruce is always, John. One day I told Bruce, I'll call you on Sunday. But one thing, Bruce, that makes me know you succeed, you never give up, and you ask questions. For me, I always look at that person that is always asking questions. And you've done the best. Like, many people follow me, from Uganda, from all over. Janet, we have J1 visa and everything. And sometimes I don't get back to them. But what I do, sometimes I read the comments and I go and make videos. Now, from that information, yes, you succeeded J1 visa, but you continued following, and now you saw, okay, when my time is done with J1 visa, what next? I can make 7 years in Canada, admission in Canada, software engineer, proud community, that's what we are looking at. Bruce, 10 years from now, he'll have the knowledge from Uganda, he'll have the knowledge from the United States, and he'll have the knowledge from Canada. You can't beat that. And I'm telling you, you put him in a street in Kampala, Bruce will be a millionaire. I mean, that's just how it works. Because you have so much information. Like me now, if someone dropped me in Nairobi, I'll be a millionaire. Like, there are so many ways to make money. Like, I went to Kenya, I was just seeing money everywhere. But if you don't have that knowledge, it takes time. It takes time to build these things. I'm so proud of you, Bruce, and you have many friends in the same process. Yeah. Do your friends have Canada?
Oh my God. Everyone who's staying in the house follows you, so everyone we secured our ways, we all have them.
You all have your friend has 8 years, right? And the other
one has 7. 8 years. The other one has 6, yeah.
Options. They are listening to you right now. They still enjoy Janet Rangi even if they don't have to. When I went to Nairobi, I told them, I know many of you follow me. As soon as you succeed, you never show up. But the good news, the world is so big. We are always recruiting the young ones. The old ones go away. The young ones keep coming. So we always have something. Yeah. Anyway, Bruce, so are you happy with your decision?
Yeah, I'm very, very happy.
And I have to throw in a few questions from the comment section so they don't feel left out today.
All right.
Yeah, someone was asking. Okay, there was someone who was a lecturer. They say, are there jobs and opportunities for lecturers? And I think he was talking about the exchange programs for professors. I talk about that a lot. Do you know anything about that? They are, like, if they really dive into the website and try to navigate, they're going to find their section, because there are hundreds, there are thousands. Even teachers, even nursery teachers. Those opportunities, and I put the link in my head. I'm like, I wish that one person that will open this link and change their lives. Every time I post, and I say, when I do videos, I post the links up here. And I've seen, like, I'll go to that link, and I will see thousands of jobs, au pair, universities, jobs, hotels, and I'll put the link there, and I'm just like, I hope one person will open that link and go there. I just hope. Usually I hope. I don't know who will open the link. So, Bruce, you are a shining example of just going in and digging, and you are very young, in the early 20s. The sky is the limit for you. So someone else was asking, I have to ask the questions so they don't feel like they were left out. All right. Yeah, I think, okay, Bruce, you're from Uganda. You finished high school, went to Makerere, applied for internship, came here through the foundation, student intern. Tuition, you didn't have to pay. They took care of you. You only paid the 1,100 for the processing. and then plus the
Yeah,
DS-160 at the embassy. And Bruce, you told me something
exactly.
interesting. You said, when I was paying that $1,000, I had no problem paying because I knew I was dealing with credible people. And you said you went to that link, and the
Exactly.
people are the ones who recommended the agent in Uganda.
Yeah, so to clarify that,
Clarify that.
in
Yeah.
case
In case.
these
Okay.
people have in Africa or in Uganda, your country, they are the very people that are going to recommend the person. Don't look for the recommendation before it's recommended by the people here.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, that is the.
We need to do legitimate stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. If they have representatives, they will walk you through them.
Okay.
And they will tell you the means they use to communicate to them. And you're going to find that person is really on point on what they are saying.
Okay.
You know?
So you don't need
And another thing I need to make clear, when I came here, as I was on my internship, I was being paid every hour. I'm interning. Understand?
Yes.
I was being paid. I was allowed to work. As I'm interning something I've been studying, I'm being paid.
That's
understand?
Good. Yes. So it was an exchange program. It's a work program. J1 is a working program. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. And how long was your J1 visa, by the way? We don't need to know the details, but just to give us
12 months.
12 months, okay. And so your story, you said that when you go to the embassy, don't listen to what other people are saying because your story is unique, right? Everyone is...
Exactly. Play yourself.
Okay.
Don't listen to the bad stories coming in.
You focus on you and what you know.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Raphael said, Bruce, you're very motivating. People like your testimony. People like the fact that you prayed and fasted. That's what they are saying there. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So, if in a nutshell, what will you advise people?
It's very easy. Know what you want. Pray over what you want. After doing that, go ahead and work hard for what you want. You understand? My story, I realized I need to go to the United States. How do I need to be an internship? I need to go as an intern student. I need to first go to school to get the knowledge that is going to take me there. Understand? I went, studied, did something that was presentable and good grades that could, again, because they had to take my testimonial. You hear? They had to first see how I'm performing. Understand? See, oh, okay, he's doing good. And then I had to get that recommendation from the school and my lecturers. And then I had to go watch Janet, understand, okay, Janet is saying this because she's in the United States. She's not just saying this story because someone told them about it. She has gone through this.
Yes.
She knows what it is. So I like dealing with people that have vivid testimonies. So I want you, I understand, now I have to prepare myself and decode myself at the embassy, and there I am. I got some challenges, like maybe when I land here, but still I had to talk to you because I knew you were the source of the information, and it was easy. You understand?
Yes.
Just do that. You're going to find yourself where you think you can never be.
Yes.
It's a dream come true, and
people are watching you from Uganda. We are having people from Zimbabwe. We have from Nigeria. We have someone from Zambia watching. Yeah, so we are having a very international group, and I hope your story, someone listened today. The good thing with stories, it makes it look real. It doesn't look textbook. When Janet is here talking, it looks like a textbook. But when someone comes and explains that nothing was put in your mouth, you did the work yourself. Okay. Did we miss to cover anything that you would want to share, Bruce, today? I think they've gotten the whole story. Yeah. Thank you so much, Bruce.
Probably. Yeah. Probably they should just do what is right. They shouldn't lie. Because when they lie, things are going to backfire.
Yes.
You think the truthness.
Yes. And the good thing of saying the truth is you always have a chance of going back and fixing whatever you are missing. But when you say that lie, they take it so seriously. They kind of close your folder. it's just, you lied, you can go 10 times, they will never tell you no. But if you just say the truth, you can work on what was missing last time and go back and keep fixing. That's why some people go 2-3 times and they get it. It's because they didn't lie. They didn't catch the lie. So, and Bruce, I like what you say, that anything you tell them, be ready to back it up. Like if you say, I was born in 1970 or I was born in 1990, be ready to have a birth certificate that says 1990. That is just one example. Like, always think ahead of the game. Like, what am I saying? If I was to be asked today to show evidence of what I'm saying, am I able to produce? And then going forward, if I was to need to explain this, how will this affect me? So there is no point. Just present. These people have been in Africa. They've been in these countries that trained in international studies. They know everything. Like Bruce, you told me, they know you're a student, you don't have a job, and you're depending on your mother, and they see you producing a bank statement that is reasonable from your mother, and they know exchange programs. They are going to support you in the United States. You are going to have housing. You are going to have a car. So their goal is to see what really this Bruce said he wants to do animal science. He's going to get a skill in animal science and bring it back to Uganda. That's it. It's that simple. Okay? All right. Margaret say, Janet, that's very motivating testimony coming on my way too. Thank you so much, Margaret. Precious. Are they taking interns this year? Start applying. Only the website will tell you the truth. Nothing has stopped, to be quite honest. Nothing has stopped. Just because there is COVID, things have slowed down. But for me, I always prepare for the good days. And the website will always guide you. In fact, you'll be surprised when people are running away, you go there, you find a job. Because right now, they might not even be having jobs. Some people stay home, some are scared of COVID, they don't want to go anywhere, But anyway, Bruce, thank you so much for coming. Any last words, and then we can close down?
Yeah, my last word is that they should take everything you post here serious, because it's really very, very, very right. It's the reason as to why I'm here.
That is
they should take it serious. They should be serious on the Canada information that you're giving all these days. It's real. It's happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bruce is a passionate follower. Bruce is always like my son. Every time, Johnny, he has made it. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for your family. I got a chance to see your sister. She made a comment. I think she knew you were coming and she was just waiting. Yeah, thank you so much, my friends. Remember to keep the dream alive and have a strong desire to succeed. The desire will push you over the edge. The desire will make you the best. You stand, you fall, you stand, you fall. You never give up, because now you know you are the best. I can't wait to see you, many of you. Some of you are feeling motivated because you're students. You used to think you have to wait. No, probably not. Probably you don't have to finish that school if an opportunity shows up. Me, I always say, just try. Some of you wait until you graduate, then you will try. What if you're an intern and you try and it opens up? So everyone's road is different. These are not easy decisions by any means. As Bruce said, he came here. Sometimes it was tricky. Sometimes it was not easy, but he kept following, because you never know what information is out there. Some of you will come to America, probably you don't get your papers right. Probably you don't get the right company. But if you keep following the page, you will know. Some people come here, they learn how to do credit. Clinton was following me, say follow Janet Rangi. I can't wait to bring Clinton here. Clinton is out there, I think, preparing to do nursing or medicine. He's one of our followers, just like Bruce. So we are going to have more and more testimonies. Next week, I'm preparing a guest. He'll be from Oklahoma. We will see his story. I think he was a student, he came and he's in nursing school. So we'll see, every week we'll try and find real testimonies, real followers who took a step. Thank you so much, Bruce, for your time. Thank you for taking your time to show up today, and say hi to your friends and your roommates. And thank you so much for following. And I have to apologize for not answering your text. Now you know that it's not my wish. But when I go to the comment section, I just focus on what people are wanting, and I do a video and you're here. I didn't even have to talk to you. I talked to you after you succeeded. Yes. Okay. Can you hear me, Bruce?
Yeah, I'm getting you right.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming, guys. I will see you If it's like God will enable us to arrive in America or Canada. Greetings, Janet. Thank you, Jim. All right, guys. Until the next time. See you in the next video. Okay. Bye bye.